Today we're going to make an illuminating pumpkin with things I got at the dollar store. We're going to use one of the pumpkin jars the Dollar Tree is selling right now. Then you're going to cut off a piece of a pool noodle. Try to get it about 3/4 of an inch wide because this is going to be your candle holder, and try to get it straight. I wasn't doing that. I was just cutting at it, so I had to go back and try to shave it as straight as possible. This is going to be laying up against the top of the jar, and you need it straight in order to make sure your candle is level. Next, I'm going to add copper paint to the foam. This goes with the colors I'm using, and it also was the color of the lid that came with the pumpkin jar. I'm actually making this piece for my daughter. And remember, any of these pieces we do, always choose the colors that work for you. She has neutral colors in her house, so I'm going to be using a lot of neutral colors in this. Now, this is how we'll be using the foam noodle to hold the candle, and it holds it really well. I had this paper lantern, and I just knew I wanted the light out of it and not the lantern. So I pulled that out, painted it copper, and used that to illuminate. And now on to my favorite part, the design. And do not forget to subscribe to my page. I just retired from my boutique, and I am bringing all of my design secrets that you see in these beautiful high-end boutiques onto my page, and I'm going to be sharing them with you. So back to the design. I'm covering the foam with Raffia. I covered the whole thing. I did not cover the inside because that's where the candle's going to be. And I'm using a low temp glue gun. I started by inserting the natural colored flowers into the foam. You can use whatever colors you want. This was just a personal choice for me. I try to keep them symmetrical and just keep them placed evenly all around. And this is what it looked like when I was finished. Then I'll usually place it back on the jar just to kind of turn it around and make sure none of my leaves are wonky or sticking up, and I'll adjust them. And once I have them adjusted, then I'll go ahead and glue the leaves tightly into the foam. Now I'm going to take some of the old leaves that I had left over from the Dollar Tree that kind of coordinate with the color scheme I have going on, and I'm going to fill in those gaps that I have on the round. Because I love earthy elements in my fall arrangements, I got some branches from my backyard, and I just took the little edgy ones and I'm just gluing those in there to give it some natural kind of vibe. Then I glued in some pine cones, some little baby ones, and I found it looked like these little teeny white pumpkins that I had left over in my storage. I glued a couple of those in there. I took some hot glue and put that on the light from the paper lantern just to keep it secure. And then I placed the candle topper on top of that light. I stuck a leaf in just to add to the look, and let's see what we got. Well, it definitely needs more filler. So I'm just going to add one more row of leaves underneath. These are my cheaper leaves from the Dollar Tree, and I'd rather buy more expensive ones show. So I'm going to put these underneath one at a time, and that should do it for it. Here it is, all illuminated, and also with a tea light. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll have more for you soon.